What is community? By definition, it's a group of people living together. At Vanguard University, it's so much more than that. It's where we learn, grow up, and meet new people. Community serves as a vessel for people of all brews of life to come together and exchange ideas. So join Vanguard University's Students in Free Enterprise team in partnership with Growers First Coffee on our journey of filling the cup. Our first few days were spent eating the food and getting immersed in the culture before we trekked off into the heart of Honduras.
I'm waking up from a dream that had me thinking I'm better off asleep underneath this tree. Safe and sound, we're cold and useless. Come out into the open sun.
After a brief night in Siguatepeque, we headed up into the mountains, where we found a small village with coffee farmers that work with Growers First. We wanted to grasp the magnitude of the change within this community since their partnership began, so we sat down with a local farmer named David.
How big is your farm?
¿Qué tan grande es su finca?
Son 10 manzanas cultivadas y hay 10 manzanas que lo que tengo es pasto y árboles.
So 10 manzanas of cultivated coffee farm, and there's 10 manzanas of forest and natural coverage. Okay.
These are small farms producing high-quality coffee beans, thanks to techniques learned by Growers First agronomic education programs.
Has your partnership with Growers First been a success?
Su trabajo en conjunto con Growers First y cultivadores de reino ha sido de éxito.
Sí, muy bueno.
The partnership has made it possible for farmers to build livable and comfortable homes, to open local mills that add to the quality of the beans being delivered from the community, as well as increasing the quantity of beans that they can process.
For him, the biggest success has been the capacity to work with the members of the community, and they work as one. That's caused a positive impact on the environment. It's had a positive impact on quality of the coffee that they're producing because they can maintain a certain standard of quality because they are all working together. And he's had the opportunity to share what he's learned, to help improve the quality of his neighbor's coffee, and that's been a big success for him.
Community plays an integral role in business here. Farms are passed from generation to generation, and you'll often find families out on the plantation singing and picking coffee, truly adding season to what they produce.
Through the relationship with Growers First, any profits that the farmers might receive from selling the coffee, they get it. If they were to sell it through intermediate buyers, they would see none of those profits.
Every day, farmers bring the fruit of their labor to the local wet mill to be processed. Working together, the community really profits. As David said, their quality has increased, yielding higher profits per bean, which goes directly to the farmer. Since developing their collective voice, the community has raised money to extend utility poles up the mountain, bringing light and a whole lot of new opportunities into the village. It is no longer about the I in business in this community. On this day, over 1,200 pounds of raw coffee cherries were picked and carried all the way up to the mill. Farmers, regardless if they pick the coffee or not, help unload the trucks. Every aspect of this work really points to building something bigger. Today was a slow day, early on in the harvest. When picking is in full swing, 5 or 6 trucks will be lined up waiting to be processed by this wet mill. Community leaders have developed and maintained a fair weighing system that compensates farmers better for their long hours of work. Each bag is suspended from the scale. A bag of raw coffee cherries can weigh anywhere from 90 to 125 pounds. The weights of each bag are recorded and farmers are paid accordingly. The community's coffee is loaded into the hopper, meaning the farmers all have the same vested interest in producing the best quality coffee, since the entire lot is only as good as the poorest quality bean. This mountain of red gold is bringing a season of prosperity to the community. With it comes an improved quality of life and greater economic opportunity. The stronger the community ties, the more strides that are made towards sustainable farm growth. This is all to pave the way for a financially prosperous lifestyle for generations and generations to come. With the coffee weighed and recorded, it's time to fire up the wet mill. Here, the coffee beans will be removed from their pulp, losing about 2/3 of their weight. The pulp is gathered and composted, where it will be used as fertilizer out on the plantation. This is truly utilizing all your resources. Other uses for this pulp are under study in hopes of generating revenue from this organic byproduct. After being removed from their pulp, the beans then travel across the sorter, continuing their journey towards your cup. From the sorter, it's down the chute and into one of the holding tanks where the beans will sit for 12 to 24 hours fermenting. After 24 hours, the beans are then sent through this channel, which is filled with water, allowing damaged beans, wood, and other loose particles to float to the surface where they can be sorted out and only the raw coffee beans are left. This is the last step in wet milling. The surface is carefully cleaned so the coffee beans can lay out in the sun, free of impurities. With the wet milling done, it's now time to head out of the mountains and down into Siguitepeque to the dry mill and export facilities.
Classify it as such. So if the Kingdom Growers coffee or Growers First coffee, they keep it separate from the rest of the coffee. Because that's how they know that coffee is all Kingdom Growers coffee, and that's how they're keeping it traceable.
The coffee is received and separated to maintain its traceability. The goal of this facility is to reduce the humidity content of the coffee bean, preventing any mold or fungus from growing while the beans are here aging. Once they are received, the beans are sent through a drying process, preparing the beans to be stored. The beans then come here, where they are bagged in 150-pound sacks on their final stop before heading to storage where they're aged to perfection. The bags are stacked and organized into lots by the geographic origin of the beans inside. It is in this room that the beans will develop their body and distinct taste over the coming months. Technology has streamlined the sorting process after aging, improving the quality of beans exported while still maintaining the cost efficiencies that make Honduran coffee desirable. After several grueling months, the coffee makes it to the export floor. From here, it is loaded into trucks and escorted by the police brigade to the port. The community has done such a phenomenal job in improving the quality of the beans, the prices have drastically increased, making the beans and these trucks targets for organized crime. Quality checks along the way ensure the buyer is getting the best quality bean. If you thought this was one simple cup of coffee, this taste tester can ensure you that he's monitored the flavors as the coffee cools to ensure your cup of coffee is enjoyable all the way through. The community and farmers in Honduras have created such phenomenal change. The capacity of this facility must be expanded to meet the growth in coffee harvesting. So the positive changes that Growers First has had on the mountain farms is being felt down in the co-op processing facilities as well. It's simple. These cherries are why we are here. They have the power to transform communities, to grow economies, and satisfy our taste buds. It's amazing something so small and so simple can take so much labor. These farmers have worked hard to provide the world with the best coffee. So take our challenge. Tell a story with your cup of coffee and bring our farmers to a community near you.